My name is Michael, and I am recording my yoga practice today. I am going to speak my yoga practice today as if I am a teacher, because I am a teacher, and I want to practice my teaching. So we're going to start our practice today in child's pose. It will be a very brief child's pose because people tend to drop off the minute we come into child's pose and there's a second of silence. You're towards the back of your mat. If you can, your toes come together. And if you can, your hips can come down, or your glutes, I should say, can come down to your heels. Your body comes down to the mat as well as your forehead. Hands can come in the front or at your side. Breathing in and out. And on the exhale to down dog. Find space on your mat. Don't take it easy. Pushing through the pads of your hand, not through your wrist. Your arms strengthen. Your shoulders come away from your ears. Looking at your navel. Maybe your heels are pushing down towards the mat. Most of us can't touch. Looking to the front, ragdoll. Feet hip width. Vinyasa. Mountain. Set your intention. Presence. Tadasana. Forward fold. Hand fingers come down to the right in front of your feet. You can bend your knees if you need to get that chest and thigh connection. You step your feet together or wider as you need. Half lifting, your back is nice and straight here. Looking down, not out. Coming down now to a high plank. Finding space, shoulders over wrists. Slowly coming down, all the way down to the mat. On the inhale, we slightly lift for cobra. On the exhale, we push to down dog. We look to the front of the mat and we walk. Forward fold. Half lift. Fold. Shavasana. Mountain. Step your feet together. Inhale, Tadasana. Fold. Half lift. High plank. Low plank. Maybe pulling forward for an up dog. Exhaling to down. looking to the front of the mat, walking or maybe skipping, and forward fold. Half lift. Fold. All the way up to Tadasana. Now, stepping those feet together. Tadasana. Sitting back for a chair pose, back and down, knees together, legs together, arms up, pulling that core in, maybe looking down to see if you can see your tailnails, and then fold. Half lift. High plank. Low plank chaturanga. Up dog. Lifting off the right leg, and then stepping it forward between your hands and coming into a low lunge. The left knee comes down to the mat. Hands are maybe at your side. Maybe your toes are on the mat, and maybe as you inhale, you lift up to a runner's lunge. Breathing in and out here. And on the exhale, we twist to the right. Coming back to a high plank. Chaturanga, Vinyasa. Back to down dog. Left side, left leg goes up. Stepping it forward and coming into the low lunge. Right knee goes down. Inhale, lifting to runner's lunge. Inhale, twist. Exhale, high plank, fly the leg if you like. Vinyasa. Making your way to the front. Forward fold. Half lift. Fold. All the way up to Tadasana. Hands to your side, mountain. Sorry if I look like a river is coming off of me. It's extremely hot here today. Arms up, Tadasana. Sit back into your chair. Push the glutes back. Pull the stomach in. Lift your torso up towards that ceiling and look down and check your nails. And then fold. Half lift. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg comes up. Moving the leg around maybe. And stepping it forward. This time we rise up to warrior one. We rise up, our right knee is at a 90-degree angle. The left leg is nice and straight and strong. Toes are pointing to the upper part of the left room or wherever you happen to be. Arms come up. Vinyasa. Left side. Left leg comes out. Step it forward. Rising up on the inhale, warrior one. Bending that knee. Twisting the right hip maybe a little forward. Vinyasa. Making your way to the front. Powerflow. Half lift. Hold. All the way up. Tadasana. Reach up, lift up. Hands to your side, mouth tongue. Step those beautiful feet together. Arms up, Tadasana. Forward, forward, fold. Half lift. High plank. Vinyasa. Right leg comes up. You can twist your dog if you want. Right knee comes up and almost over. Shoulders try to stay parallel with your mat. Back. Reaching your nose over your shoulders and over your wrists. And back. Stemming it forward and rising on the inhale to the warrior one. Exhaling and opening for warrior two. Warrior two, you're looking out and over your right middle fingernail. The knee is 90 degrees. Your left leg is nice and straight, strong, and you're trying to get your side body flat to the side of your mat. So suck it in, inhale. Vinyasa, go. Back to down dog. Left leg up. Twist it if you like to twist. Back. Meet the nose. And back. Warrior one. Inhale, rise. Right hip forward, left knee bent, lift, right leg is straight. On the exhale, warrior two, right foot shifts just slightly, bending the left knee, pulling the hands apart, and then vinyasa. Making your way to the front. Try not to slip. Fold. Half lift. And fold. All the way up to Tadasana. Mountain pose by your side. Arms up, Tadasana. Hands together. Index fingers up. On the inhale, lift up higher. And on the exhale, fold to your right. Try to keep everything in a straight line. Try to find a nice circly index on the right. And then as you inhale, rise up. And as you exhale, the same. Get that nice, beautiful, spherical shape on the outside of your right side body. Spine is still nice and straight. Reaching up on the inhale. Keeping your hands together, forward fold. They can separate when they reach down to the mat. Come to our high plank. Vinyasa back to down dog. Right foot comes up off the mat, three-legged dog. Bringing that knee to your nose again. Back. Maybe now to your right elbow. Back. Maybe now to your left elbow. You can either come back or you can fall out into a fallen triangle. And then make your way back. Bloop, to a three-legged dog. Stepping the right foot forward, come up into a crescent lunge. Our right knee is still at a 90-degree angle. This time we're standing on the ball of our left foot. That left leg is nice and straight and strong, and our arms are up. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Left leg is still nice and strong. Lifting up so that your palms are trying to get as close to heart center as possible. And as you exhale, opening to our warrior two. Getting that nice flat body on the side of your left, on the left side of your mat. Knee bends. And as we inhale, we reverse our warrior. When you can reverse, you can look back. Making sure you got that nice 90 on the front. You can also look up. Excuse me, on the next exhale, finding our way to, excuse me, side angle pose. Lifting the left hand up, hopefully. That left hand is riding right above the right. You're lifting up with that left hand. And then we bring the left hand down. We're finding our way to a side plank. I like to come to plank first. And then just roll to my sides at first. Your shoulder is up over your wrist. Maybe your other shoulder is up over the other shoulder and the wrist. Maybe your arm is lifting up and pulling up. And maybe you stack your feet from there. Or maybe you lift the leg up and we vinyasa. Left leg flies. Knee to your nose. And back. Maybe to your left elbow. And back. Maybe to your right elbow. Maybe back. Or maybe fallen triangle. On your way back. Stepping forward, crescent lunge. Rising up. Left leg. 90 degrees. Right leg. You're on the ball of that foot. And the leg is straight. You're lifting up. Hands to heart center. Twisting to the left. trying to keep that bend, trying to keep the right leg straight. Trying to get your hands at heart center is hard for me. And then opening on the exhale, warrior two. Left leg, 9:45. Hands are pulling away from each other. You're still looking out in front. Reverse your warrior. Side angle pulse. High plank or right into your side plank. If your left foot is up, try looking up. Whoop. So first try to balance as you are. And then Vinyasa. Back to down dog. Looking to the front, walk, hop, skip, forward fold. All the way up, Tadasana, mountain, step together. A lot of options on where you put your feet, and that's why I'm going to start here. If you are challenged with your balance, if you're want to be super safe with your balance, you don't want to fall and break something, or you're just new to this, or whatever's happening, you can do something that's called a kickstand with your leg. It helps to challenge your balance, but it's not a full challenge, as you'll maybe see me do. So for a kickstand, you're basically taking the bottom of your right foot, the front of your right foot, placing that on your mat, and then you connect your heel, bottom of your right foot, right here to your left ankle. From there, you get that nice connection. You should feel able to stand anyway and make all kinds of moves from here. And we begin to bring our hands to heart center. Now, if you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, you can bring the bottom of your foot into your calf muscle on the left side. Trying to get a straight body here if you can. Or you can bring the bottom of your right foot up and into the left thigh area. Be careful there. Making sure your foot connects, but you're not using that foot to make it easy. You're using that foot to give you some traction. On the inhale, you can start to challenge your balance here no matter where you put your foot by bringing your arms up. I recommend you look in front of you at something called a drishti point. It's just a place in front of you that maybe has a little mark in the floor or whatever that you can focus your eyes on, not these. That gives you a concentrated place. You can do all kinds of things when your eyes are locked onto a drishti and you're not really aware of everything that's happening, even though it's happening. Now, with your arms up, now maybe we come down, bring our hands back to heart center. And then we put the right foot down. The same thing on the left side. I recommend that you keep the same foot placement on the left side as you had on the right. So for me, that means I'll bring the bottom of my left foot now up and into the upper part of my right thigh. Finding a place to put it there and lock it there, but not using it to make it too easy. Keeping my foot away from my knee at all times. I'm ready and I've got my lock here on my drishti. I'll start to open my arms up, growing my tree up. Here, as you could have done before, you can start to maybe look up to really challenge your balance. You fall out, that's fine. That's the way that you learn. You have to reverse engineer things. And from here, you bring your hands back to heart center. Resting your foot down. Nice. Now from here, we'll do some leg lifts. Bringing your feet together. Maybe your hands sit here at your hips. Same way as we did before in tree. If you're not really comfortable with lifting your leg up too high, you can kind of do the same thing. It's just keeping your toes here on your mat and maybe not connected to your ankle. For the rest of us, if you want to lift up and challenge your balance, you can bring your knee up. You have two options here, really. You can bring your knee up parallel to your waist area, or if you have it in your flow and in your practice, you can bring your knee up all the way into your chest. And the people that do that can then start to, kick straight out with their foot. Now, unfortunately, I cannot do that because when I start to bend that, I get an uncomfortable arch in my back, and so I'm not ready yet for that. So for me, I'm comfortable just keeping my knee right here. And if you're here and you're like, hey, I'm gonna challenge this a little bit more, you can begin to bring your right knee out to the right side of the mat. Striving to keep that knee up to your hip if you can see it. Striving to get a flat body here, the left side of your mat. Now, if you've got all of that and your hands are still connected, you can bring your hands out. If you want to take it even further, you can look out over your left hand. Let's bring that all back and front to the center. And as we exhale, we'll come into an airplane pose, keeping your hands at heart center. If you wish, the right foot comes back and kicks back, and maybe your hands come down to your side like you're in an airplane. And on the inhale, we bring the right foot down, come back to center. We'll do that on the left. Once again, using the same foot placement as you used on the right. Finding your center, finding your drishti. Knee starts to come up. Bring it wherever it went to on the other side for you. For me, that's at my hip. When you're ready, you can start to bring your knee out to the side. Your hands can still be at your hips. Sorry, I have mine at heart center. It's distracting sometimes. You're trying to get this nice straight wall against the left side of your mat. It's flat. So you're pulling in your core, but you're starting to push too. Hands are maybe out to the side, and maybe you glance over to the right. Trying to keep your balance. Bring it all back to center. And then find your way into an airplane pose. And then come back to standing. Nice job. We'll end with a little dancer pose if you like some dancer. In dancer pose, we'll bring our arms up to the Tadasana pose we've been doing. Except in this case, as we bring our right hand down, the left stays. As the right hand comes down, it's almost like it's in mountain. It's kind of riding the right side of your body. This time we're going to bring this hand, though, and bring it behind us. We're going to grab the inside of that right foot. Your thumb almost kind of comes up and over the bottom of your foot, if you've grabbed it that way. Now, try to bring your legs and your knees together from here. And from there, begin only to kick back with your left. Breathing and doing it slowly. And what you're trying not to do is lean forward too quickly. Because what you want to do is kick, until you can't kick any further. And that's when you introduce the lean. And that is when you can kick further, and that is when you can release instead of falling, which is exactly what I just did. Left side, arms come up. Left hand comes down. Grabbing the inside of that left foot. Bringing it all together. Kick. You can't kick anymore. Lean. Release. When you're ready, we'll come to Tadasana. I guess you're ready now. Uh-oh. flip. Coming into your Vinyasa, high, low, up, down. Do a little triangling here. Vinyasa itself will be simple, but we will introduce triangle. Right leg comes up. Step the right foot forward and rise up for warrior one. As you exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, straighten the leg and begin to lean over that leg for triangle. The right arm comes down to the right leg. Your left hand lifts up towards the ceiling. Trying to get some triangle shapes right there in your body. Looking up and trying to get your body as straight as you can. Lift. And as you exhale, we'll come into a pyramid pose. Pyramid pose, your feet face the front of the mat, but they stay separated front to back. Find a place where your feet can be separated, but both heels are on the mat. And I like to bring my arms up first. Lift up and look up. And then we lean over that straight right leg. It's best here if you have a block. I do not have a block today. So if I had one, it would be sitting right about there. And this would be my beautiful pose. I don't have that, so sometimes I bend my knees just a little bit to accommodate that. And we Vinyasa. Left side. Warrior one. Rise up. Warrior two. Reverse. Triangle. This time we'll come to an inversion. So your body will face the right side of your mat. Maybe you need to find a little space. I like to bring my feet wide on my mat. And it's recommended that you actually kind of start standing up. You can bring your hands to heart center, or you can bring them behind you in reverse prayer. I've got an injury of my elbow and it can't get me there. And so I can do this and grab my wrists. Straightening my legs, lifting up, inhaling, exhaling midway down. Inhaling. Maybe bringing your hands down to the mat and coming down further if that feels good for you. Don't do that if you feel dizzy when you do it. From here, you can bring your hands to the outsides of your legs. You can invert from here. This is an inversion. An inversion is within your head, is beneath your heart. So you're already in an inversion. So if you want to invert further, maybe go into a tripod or something like that, you're welcome to do that. For me, I have to bend my knees and kind of get my head down to the mat this way. And so when I get there, I automatically find myself almost in a tripod. So I bring my feet back, and I make sure I climb up and into it properly. I like to bring my left knee up first, and kind of come onto my elbow there, it creates a shelf. And then I put my right knee on that shelf and bring my feet together. This is a tripod. You can stay here. As you practice more, you'll be able to bring your knees kind of into your gut here and just kind of hold it. That's cool. Eventually, you'll be able to get your knees almost like they're a shelf. You want to keep that for a while, and then eventually, you'll be able to get your legs up. Always make sure you come down in the same order. And then we'll find our way back up and into a pyramid pose. Feet are flat on your mat. Arms are up. Vinyasa. From here, we're going to come to a high plank. We'll come all the way down to our mat. When you get there, your right cheek will rest on the mat. Your palms will be flat. Excuse me, flat towards the ceiling. Getting comfortable here and finding a little rest in your body after all of that work. And you can stay right here and rest and catch your breath as long as you need to. In fact, if this is too much for you, you can just stay right here and just skip the whole damn thing. Or you can bring your shin or your forehead to your mat. We'll play here first in the little locust, and we'll work just in our upper body at first. Our legs are flat onto our mat, riding on the tops of our feet. Your hands come up to right around your shoulder area, getting that little cricket look with your arms. Breathing in and out here. And on the next inhale, just begin to peel your upper body up off the mat. See how far you can go. Your hands can stay on the mat as a guide, but they're not putting any pressure in them. In fact, you can lift your hands off the mat to show that. Ready, we'll exhale, come down to our left cheek this side, looking to the right. Breathe. This time, we'll come back to center. Try a different variation here. We'll bring our hands back to our chest area. In that little cricket look here. Now on this version of locust, we're going to pull our front body up off the mat as well as our lower body off the mat. And so eventually you'll be able to get to a point where your upper body will be resting on the mat, maybe just right beneath your belly button. And then your upper body will only rest on the mat, maybe to the very, very upper part of your thighs. Sounds crazy, but if you work on it, you can do it. It's all about the back strength. And it's about the breathing first. Now, on your next inhale, try to lift it all up. I like to start first with my upper body and my lower. You can see my thigh muscles are coming up off the mat. I like to bring my arms out, maybe bring them forward into my Superman view here. And when you're ready, you release and relax and look to the left side of your mat. Back to center. If you want to play back to center, this time we're going to work on a floor bend. Bending your knees, grabbing the outside of your feet, kind of wrapping your fingers around them. I like to keep my knees together here. But if you can't get your knees together, use a block. If you don't have a block, do what you need to do. Just like with locust, we're going to pull up here on both ends. Breathing. And on the inhale, lift it all up. And release down, left side. Switching back to child's pose. Come to a table here, or you can come to a down dog. We're going to find our way into a half pigeon. However you like to get there, I like to lift my right leg up, bring my knee to my nose, set it down on the mat right around near my right wrist. I then bring my left knee down to the mat. I try to position myself kind of sort of in the middle, and so my thigh, my right calf muscle, excuse me, rides basically over where my abdomen is. Now for some people, you can bring your foot the whole way out and have it go straight across your mat. If you can do that, that's awesome. That's not for me, and I find my way down to a rested version of this. If you'd like to play in an upward version, you can. Finding your way back to however you came into this pose. Switching sides. And repeat. Excuse me for holding in a few extra breaths there. It felt so good. Bringing the right leg out and around to the front of your mat. The bottom of your left foot comes into the right thigh, like so. Arms lift up. Lifting up, looking up. Pulling up, and then lifting out and over. Before you come down to that foot, it gives you a little more space when you do it, grabbing on your foot where you can. Maybe it's just down to the ankle. Grab where it feels comfortable for you. Don't try to go someplace that is uncomfortable. It's not meant for you today. Breathing here. Switching sides. Oh, you're ready. Both legs in front. Lifting up when you pull up. I should say pulling up when you get down. Hold. release, coming down to your back. Bringing the right foot up like it's a table. Got a crystal ball on it. Begin to lower your foot down, trying to keep it as straight for as long as you can, and beginning to lift the other side up. Try to keep your right ankle just away from your mat. Now we switch sides, with the foot turning up as it comes up on each side. At your own pace, maybe keeping your hands at your side, keeping your lower back nice and safe here, keeping up and down. Release. Play with a little bicycle there, bending your knees. Hands come behind your head. You're going to lift up and bring your right elbow to your left knee. Like that, and then put it down. Left elbow to right knee, and down. Now a little faster. And as you go from there, you begin to get fast enough that you can rotate your way into a little bicycle move. We'll do some bridge poses here. Bringing everything together if you can. Bending your knees, or else using a block if your knees can't touch. If you can, otherwise separate your knees. Lifting up the first bridge. I like to keep my hands down to the side. For my first bridge, I like to come up just a little bit. I'm going to challenge myself too much, too fast here. But I do want to hold it up for a couple of breaths. And I release it down after about 5, I should say. Knees come wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can also do a windshield wipe thing here. I'm a Supta Baddha Konasana boy. Second bridge pose. Keep your hands where they were. If that felt good, you can bring them out to your side. You'll bring them out to your side. When you begin to lift here into your bridge, it might feel different. Make sure that that different feel is a good feel and not a pain feel. wherever it feels good for you. When you're ready, lifting up. Release. Now I come right from that into a happy baby. There's so many versions of happy baby. Choose the one that feels good for you. You can keep your knees kind of bent like this and just bring your hands to your knees and rock. And bring your legs straight and grab the outside. And kind of do this number and grab your big toe. Forget all the variations. Wherever you are, maybe just rocking back and forth. Releasing down and bringing your knees down to the left side of your mat. Arms go wide. Try to keep your body straight vertically if you can. Looking out and over your right hand. Trying to sink down into it. Switching sides. I think the hummingbird's flying. And then when you're ready, whatever your Shavasana means for you, you can find your way there now. For me, it just means laying flat, my arms and legs out wide. I'm a country boy, and that's what I look like in Shavasana. You can also do the Supta Baddha Konasana I was doing earlier. You can do it on your belly, fetal pose. Nothing here. A breath. Hey, Yogis.